Crawford remind me of me, bro. So I'm pretty sure you know how I feel about that. Ain't nobody else gonna say that, but I'ma say it. The way he approached that shit, he don't see none of them guys. He don't care nothing about none of them guys. He got that real dog in him. That's why I say he remind me of me. I see what Charlo can do. I see what, what's the other guy? Spence can do. I see what Spence can do. But Spence hasn't shown me that he can make a lot of adjustments. When I look at Spence style, I see the same thing, aggressive, boxer. But I ain't never seen him boxing going back. I ain't never seen him use his counter-punching ability. I ain't never seen him block, make a motherfucker miss, and make a motherfucker pay. It's levels to this.
Antonio Tarver did not pick a winner in this fight, but you clearly can see that he's leaning towards Terrence Crawford. And people who are picking Bud Crawford to win this fight, they see Crawford do a lot of different things. This is a 50-50 fight, but what trips me out is the false narratives that are going around about Bud Crawford from the Spence nut huggers. It's okay if you think Spence is going to win the fight, because a lot of people think Spence is going to beat Crawford. But you just say something like Terrence Crawford's going to run around the ring and not mix it up. What fights have you been watching? Terrence Crawford has skill, and he does have that dog in him too. Once he gets hit and someone hurts him, he's trying to take the guy out. But I do agree with Antonio Tarver when it comes to this. The people Spence have fought, he'd have to make adjustments to. He fought Sean Porter's fight, and he beat him. He edged him out in that fight. Danny Garcia is very overrated to me, so I don't really count him. And Yordenis Ugas was old and not on Spence's level, even though he rocked him in the fight. And Spence has fought better competition at 147 than Crawford by name. You hear me? By name. And Spence has not had to make adjustments in those fights, because most of those fights he was winning, except the Sean Porter fight. But he may show us something different against Crawford. This may be the fight to elevate Spence. But right now, in Antonio Tarver's eyes, and he was a boxer, he boxed professional and I haven't. He says he sees the dog in him. He doesn't see it in Spence quite yet. All I know, regardless what happens, I won't hear no excuses. From the Spence nut huggers, I don't hear about no car accidents, or the Bud Crawford fans. The best man will win this fight.
We had Rowley, who was the WBA champion. We had at lightweight, we had Tank, that was the WBA champion. That like when I was fighting, you had to really earn it. Whereas you got Lomachenko, a guy that can fight for a world. I mean, even though he's, a guy had 400 amateur fights. He's a professional anyway, but he shouldn't be allowed to fight for a world title in his third or fourth fight.
Did he say Rolly was some type of WBA champ too? That's when you know really there's too many belts in boxing. There are too many belts anyway, but if you got Rolly as a champion, there's really too many belts. I agree with Floyd 100%. There are too many champions in these divisions. We can start by taking Gervonta Davis' belt, and also Rolly's if he has one. Gervonta Davis is no lightweight champ. He has a Reggie belt. As my man Two Hands would say, he's holding that French fry title. Boxing fans know who's the real lightweight champion, and that would be Devin Haney. All those other belts are just a waste of time. Well, they're good for the organizations, the WBO, WBA, whatever, because you're paying sanctioning fees. You're getting money from the boxers. They're making money, but those belts mean absolutely nothing to the hardcore boxing fans. We know who the champions are. He also took a shot at Lomachenko. Floyd said when he was coming up, it took him 17 fights to get a title shot. Lomachenko should not be having a title shot after 3 fights. He has to earn it, even though he has had 400 amateur fights before turning pro. Rather you agree with that statement or not, I just think it's funny he brought up Lomachenko when he talked about the things he do not like about boxing. And the second thing that came to mind was Lomachenko. Anyway, leave your thoughts in the comments below. JBZ, I'm gone.